No idea what I'm doing, but I know I've got the parts I think will work for this. Just grabbed a bunch of parts and I'll try to put something together, and if it works, it works. Okay, so base idea. Okay, I searched up some YouTube videos and they were using this like other sensor to detect if like doors are open or not, and I don't have that. So I think this would be a good substitute, and I don't know, maybe I'll do something like, oh, if the distance is within this range, then that means that the door is closed or something like that. I don't know how it's gonna work, but I have a vague idea of how I want to do it, so I think this sensor will work. We'll see. The idea is to have the sensor somehow mounted like this, okay? And when the door opens, okay, I think this is like less than 2 centimeters, right? I don't know, I have to figure that stuff out, but when I open this, it's more than some amount of centimeters. And so then the buzzer on the Arduino will go beep, beep, beep. Yeah, that's the idea. Hopefully it works. Okay, now that I think about it, I could probably use this time of flight sensor instead of the ultrasonic one. It's a bit smaller, so it's easier to probably mount on the fridge. So I have 2 options now. So this is from a past project, and yeah, I might just take this off and just use it for this project. So I'm currently looking at the status sheet and it gives me the maximum distance, but it doesn't give me the minimum, and obviously I'm working with pretty small measurements. And according to a forum, the minimum is around 3 centimeters, so I think that could probably work, so we'll just give it a shot. Why not? Okay, so putting together a system was actually pretty simple. So as you can see here, it is the time of flight sensor, there's the power ground, and then of course the 2 cables for the I2C serial communication. And here's the buzzer, and that is basically the system. Okay, so over here is the diagram that I used to kind of guide me through the code. I was stuck on a bit of the logic, so this really helped. And yeah, so first I initialize all the variables, sensor, I2C protocols, and then it goes through if statements, and based on those, it makes decisions, and the end product is that if the door is open for more than 2 minutes, then beep. If the door is open and closes within 2 minutes, then don't beep. And if the door is closed, don't beep. And so that is done with this logic over here. Here is the code. Originally I did play around with an example, specifically example 1, read distance from this library to get a feel of how to use the TOF. And they had this really useful library, so I kept it. So some of this is still their code, so just booting up the sensor or like initiating the distance measurement. But the rest of it is my code and is exactly like the flowchart. So I'm not going to go into too much detail on these if statements. And yeah, that's basically my code. I also have this print to help me debug. But when I'm actually using it, I won't have a screen that will show me the distance. So this is purely for debug. And yeah. So right now I'm trying to figure out how to mount this on the fridge. So I have a rough idea of what I want to do, like something like this. I'm not sure how I would mount that, but I think that would detect the fridge door opening pretty well. So I'm gonna play around with this and see how to mount it. So this is how I ended up mounting it. I think this will work if I just open it a little bit. I don't think that it's going to, yeah. Oh wow, it fits perfectly, so I'm going to plug this in. Oh, wrong hole. So if I open this fridge, 10 seconds later, it will beep. If the door isn't closed in 10 seconds, it will beep. So I think this is less than 10 seconds, so it shouldn't beep. Let's say if we were to open this for more than 10 seconds. And let's say we close it. Will it beep after that? No. Okay, I think this is working exactly how I want it to work. Obviously, when I am going to use this, I will probably set this for more than 10 seconds, but for demonstration, it is 10 seconds only.